So today we're taking a look at the 2016 Nissan Sentra SR. Now in this video we're not going to be covering over all of the features offered in the Nissan Sentra. We're only going to be covering what features are standard when upgrading to the SV and what features are standard on the SR before optioning out any other packages. Now the Nissan Sentra SR is the next step up when upgrading from the SV model. Now again, there is a trim level above this one, the SL, but this is not really a downgrade from that. Now the Nissan SR is the Nissan Sentra sporty trim level, so it's going to offer a lot of the same features offered in the SL model, just in a more sportier package. Now what you do get here, as you can see right off the bat, you can see how it is a lot sportier than the rest of the models. Now what we do see here of the changes, of course, is a different bumper. Now the bumper is actually a lot revised, and coming out here to the side is these nice 17-inch alloy wheels. Now these are sport alloy wheels specific only to the Nissan Sentra SR. So no other trim level is going to actually offer these wheels. You do get some nice alloy wheels available in different models of the Nissan Sentra, but none that look like these. When upgrading from the SV, you are going to start to see that the side mirror lights are actually now standard here. It's going to be standard on the SL and SR models. And coming around the side, just getting a quick profile look, some of the changes you do start to see here is, of course, the addition of these nice side skirts here. So, of course, adding to the overall sportiness appeal. Of course, you still have the nice intelligent key that was standard in the SV model. So, of course, still push button start, intelligent key to unlock and lock the doors, all that good stuff there. Now, some of the bigger changes is once we come here to the back, you are going to notice the standard spoiler. Now all Nissan SRs come with the spoiler with the integrated tail light, the SR trim level badging, and of course a different revised bumper. And just for comparison purposes, the previous SR trim level for 2013 and 15 can be seen there in the back. Now again, it's quite a bit of difference from what is offered now. So taking a look at the older design, you do of course have nice 17-inch alloy wheels here. Of course, there's nice side skirts and everything, but comparing it to the new model, which is here, you're going to see a huge difference. Now the Nissan SR trim level used to be more of an appearance package without really adding any features that stood out. Now for 2016, along from just being an appearance package, the actual wheels that they use are actually different. So the actual tires itself are more grippy. So of course the suspension and everything has remained the same, but the tires itself actually do a huge amount to improve the performance of the overall Nissan Sentra. Now here in the front, one nice feature to have, and definitely not something to be overlooked, is these nice LED accent lights. Now these are daytime running lights that are going to remain on with the vehicle in the daytime. Now this is what's standard when upgrading to the SR and SL trim levels. Of course, it does a lot to add to the aggressiveness of the vehicle. Now along from just adding the LED accent headlights, you also accent lights, you also have LED headlights, which is what you're seeing there. It's a projector beam LED headlight, so again, it improves visibility overall. This is the first time ever on a Nissan Sentra, so never available before. Of course, it does come in the SL and SR trim levels, which is what we're looking at here. Now, one nice feature to see here is, of course, the darkened headlights. So, it's little touches Nissan does here and there that add to overall the sportiness of this design. And again, it's really hard to emphasize how really nice this new Nissan Sentra looks. Now, considering all of the features that it adds with the SR, it becomes a really good bargain. It's really hard not to emphasize how the sportiness of it. Of course, this is not a sports car, but for what you get, it's actually a really nice package altogether. The engine still remains the same. You have that nice 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine, good for 130 horsepower. But considering the lightweightness of this vehicle, it's more than enough to accelerate this vehicle actually very quickly. On the SR trim level, you do now lose 1 mile per gallon, so the vehicle is rated at 38 miles to the gallon. So again, because of the tires, the wheels, and overall what they do to the vehicle, there's a little bit more downforce, so you don't, and as far as more grip on the tires, so of course you don't get that same gas mileage as you do in some of the different trim levels. But again, if you're looking for a sporty trim level, a Sentra that drives a lot better than the rest, this is definitely one of the best choices. And one quick small thing to mention before we actually get to the inside, the Nissan Sentra SR offers standard fog lights, as well as rear disc brakes, and a really nice SR trim level specific chrome exhaust tip finisher. Just little things that of course add to overall appeal of the Nissan Sentra. Now as soon as we open up the SR, you're going to begin to notice how much it differs from the previous models. Now of course you still have the nice leather touch armrest. Hopping inside of the vehicle, you're going to start noticing this nice trim specific only to the SR. Now this wraps around the entirety of the vehicle. You're going to see it here in the shifter column, in the passenger doors as well. Now those are little touches here and there that Nissan adds to the overall appeal of the vehicle. Even the cloth here is going to be upgraded from the more basic SV and SL models. You still retain, of course, a lot of the power windows, power door lock features. Of course, that's a given. Now, coming here around here to the side, it's a sport interior with blue stitching all around the side. So again, little things here and there that Nissan does to add the appeal of the vehicle. Now, of course, this one does offer the push button start, so just pressing the button is going to start your engine. You're going to notice once we actually get inside the cabin how quiet it is compared to how it was on the outside. Now here in the, of course, you do have the advanced driver assist display, which of course the SV added standard, which again doesn't add any more features here. So it's going to be the same advanced driver assist display with the new tachometer and speedometer. Again, so if you want a little bit more detail as far as how that functions, make sure to check out the SV video. Now, moving on to the steering wheel, of course, it's going to be pretty much the same. Now, this is a sport steering wheel, actually influenced by the 370Z, and almost pretty much the exact same one offered in the Nissan Juke. Now, it's the first time ever offered in the 2016 Nissan Sentra. Now it's offered in the SV trim level, and above the S is going to feature the previous body styles steering wheel. You do of course have your headlight controls here, so automatic headlights standard on the S, as well as fog lights added here now. You still have of course the same sport button and eco button from the previous models. Now if you want to drive the sportiness of it on the Nissan Sentra SR, you might have that on a little bit more often than not. And as far as features is concerned, you're pretty much getting an upgraded SV, which is pretty nice actually, I should say. So of course you still have all of the standard features offered in the SV, like as well as backup cameras, push button start, Nissan Connect with app support and everything. So again, I'm not going to dive into too much detail there, just giving you a brief rundown, because of course it would be a lot of redundant information already discussed in the SV video. Now again, like I did mention earlier, this nice trimming along the sides, of course it's specific only to the SR. The SL is going to feature a piano black trimming similar to what you see here in the center console. Now as far as seating is concerned, the Nissan Sentra SR actually features specific seating only to the SR, so no other trim level is going to feature these this nice seats with very comfortable cloth seats that actually hold you in place as really well. Leather is an option on the SR. This one here does not have it, but of course you still see that nice blue stitching here. So Nissan really emphasizes how different it is from just a regular Nissan Sentra. Now these seats are a little bit more bolstered, of course, to hold you in place. So if you do want to drive your Nissan Sentra very sporty, you can be confident knowing that the seats are going to hold you in place. Now of course this seat pattern actually does travel to the back as well, so we're going to be covering that once we actually get there, but just to have a quick idea what the design of it looks like, you're going to see that here. It definitely is a big step up from the SV. Now these are definitely nicer to the touch, I will say that. So something that you really have to notice once you actually see the vehicle in person. Just gonna give a quick look around the whole dashboard and the front of the engine and everything, the front of the vehicle and everything. And then we're gonna be moving on to the back. Now, a few little key things to note: the Nissan Sentra SR offers standard heated seats for both the driver and the passenger, so you can put your high and low setting. No need to upgrade to any higher trim level. It's going to be standard here on the Nissan Sentra SR, as well as heated power side mirrors. So again, little things here and there that Nissan does to overall increase the appeal of the Nissan Sentra. It is a great value considering how it's going to offer a lot of the SL models features just in a sportier package. Now you're going to get to see what I'm talking about as soon as we take a look at an SL model. Again, the only difference between this one and the SL, you're going to notice the SL is geared a little bit more towards the luxury, so there is going to be some different features here and there, but the SR is definitely not a downgrade from an SL, and it's a really good option to go for. Now here in the back, of course, Nissan, like always, did not forget about the rear passengers. So you still have that nice leather armrest here in the back. Taking a look at leg space, very comfortable. So my legs don't even touch the seat. Now what's different here in the back, you have a back pocket for the rear passengers for the driver's side. So that's one feature added here, and as well as the passenger side that the previous models didn't have. But besides that, I mean, just keeping in mind, of course, the seating and everything, which of course your little armrest there with, again, cup holders, which Nissan loves to do. Of course, so besides the seats being different and, you know, a little bit nicer and more comfortable, easier to clean, and overall just nicer looking than the SV, there's not too many changes here in the back. So it's pretty much the same package, same space, nothing drastic changes besides, of course, just the seats. Now just taking a quick look at how the front layout looks from the back, you can see it's definitely very attractive and a nice vehicle to be sitting inside as you're driving. I mean, not too much can be said really here. It's going to be just carrying over the SV. The back, of course, you still have that nice 15.1 cubic feet trunk with, of course, the foldable seating, 60/40 split seating for the rear passenger seat, so you can fit up to an 8-foot ladder if you decide to. You still have that nice push button to open it, so as long as you have the key with you or the vehicle is unlocked, you can just press, of course, this little nice button underneath and open up your trunk. That's where your backup camera lives, so make sure not to hide that so you can have your backup camera visibility. Taking a look at from the back, it's, you know, really attractive considering the previous model was attractive as it is. The new SR really shows a lot of improvement. So this has been your in-depth look at the 2016 Nissan Sentra SR. For a more in-depth look at SSV and SL models, make sure to check out the channel. If you want to option out the Nissan Sentra SR, make sure again to check out the channel as well. Where we're going to be covering premium package, driver assistance package, and other packages available in the Nissan Sentra and SR, and see what features are added when optioning those packages.